Hamas just blinked. In their reply to the 9-point peace plan, which was given on behalf of Israel by the USA President Donald Trump, they have replied that they are going to return all the hostages who are there in Gaza right now back to Israel. Also, they have said that they are ready to hand over this Gaza Strip to a Palestinian delegation for them to rule it. They have been ruling this area ever since 2007. But in this 9-point peace plan, they have not agreed to all the points. One major point which they have neither said yes or no to is the point where the USA president had asked them about their tunnels. They have not said yes to telling them that location of the tunnels to Israel and USA, or they have not said no, we will not show you. But in today's world, just telling yes or no is not going to answer the question. Even a silence can mean thousand things. Hi guys, in today's video, let us dissect what Hamas has replied to the 9-point peace plan which was given by the USA President Donald Trump to them. Now let's see how this worked out. All this started last week when the Israel Prime Minister met with the USA President. That time they had discussed about it, and the USA President had given a 9-point peace plan for Hamas in Gaza to accept. He had given a time frame to them also to accept, and in Gaza the Hamas have thoroughly gone through this 9-point peace plan and they have agreed for some things. The first thing they have agreed to is they are going to release the 72 live hostages, families who are waiting for their loved ones. Also, they have told that 42 hostages have died in captivity and we will return them from the morgue, giving closure to the families. Also, they have agreed to let go of the grip they have on Gaza, and they have agreed for a 15-member delegation who will take control of Gaza henceforth. They have been ruling this Gaza Strip region ever since 2007. See, letting go of such control requires a lot of diplomatic weightlifting. They've also agreed for a security force which will be with the strength of 3,500. These will be just watchful eyes to make sure that nothing untoward happens. There are no tanks which are going to be allowed. See, all this is what Hamas have accepted. See, there was 9-point peace plan which was given by the USA president to Hamas. In this, point number 6 is very important. He had asked about the location and map of the tunnels which are present in Gaza, and for this there has been no reply from Hamas, and it is not much spoken in the media also. When I read about this, I realized this and I thought I will speak about it. Now let's dive deep into these tunnels. So when we look into this 9-point peace plan, point number 6 is very important. In this point, it was in 90 words in which the USA president had clearly told that you should tell us where the tunnels are, where the shafts are, where does it open, and it will be under USA Arab inspection. See, for this point, Hamas have not replied anything. They have not either said affirm or also they have not said no. See, the importance of these tunnels is most of the administration, attacks, everything happens in these underground tunnels only. It is estimated that there is around 400 kilometers of tunnel which is present underneath Gaza. Now, see, we can easily say that we can put seawater into these tunnels and we can fill them up. It is not possible to do it that way, because if you are pouring seawater into this, there is a very high chance that it will go and mix with the freshwater supply of Gaza, and that will create a humanitarian crisis in addition to what is already existing there. Also, people are saying that we can pour substances like concrete into these tunnel systems such that they will be shut forever. But the problem here is that will require a lot of resources and money, and the tunnel system is extremely complex because many attacks, weapons, everything is stored there only, and their major activity of Hamas in Gaza happens there. So this point is one to be noted, that they have not said anything about the tunnels and there is no news out yet whether they are going to give the location of these tunnels or not. Now the real question now is, how can we map these tunnels which are present in Gaza Strip, because there was a previous attempt made to close these tunnels when the 2014 war happened, but within 14 months they started digging tunnels back. So this tunnel problem is a big problem. See, they have two options right now at front of them. That is, first is they can employ 40,000 mini drones and they can map these tunnels which are present in this area and close them once for all. Or the other option they have is they can use fiber optic acoustic cables and see if they are digging any new holes, and if they are trying to dig any, this fiber optic acoustic cable will capture the sound and they can go and shut down these holes. But these things are easier said than done because we need to understand the reality of this Gaza Strip region. This Gaza Strip region is situated on top of an aquifer. That is, within 10 meters you are going to see water, and there is always risk of salt water intrusion also in this area, affecting their freshwater supply. This will make it difficult for the drones to map these tunnels. Also, if you are using fiber optic acoustic cables, there is a lot of sound above ground in Gaza, and these sounds can be confusing with if anybody is trying to dig underground. So this is also not practical. So the most plausible way to deal with these tunnels will be to conduct a door-to-door search, such that we can find out where these tunnels are leading to, and we can start closing them one by one, because this is going to be a very tedious process. There is no other option left for them to map these tunnels, because even if they leave one door which is open, this will lead to a problem in the future, because future, if there is any other problem which is arising, then these tunnels will be start to be reused, and this is going to be a major problem in this peace plan, because there is nothing mentioned about whether Hamas has agreed to close these tunnels or not. See, this can work out in two scenarios. The first scenario is Hamas agrees that okay, you guys come see our tunnels. A USA Arab delegation comes and sees the tunnels, and they tell them that okay, these things can be seen, and they will start closure of these tunnels. The second scenario is dangerous. Hamas tells the tunnel is our property and we will not show you the tunnels. Talks break down, and again Israel and Hamas will start fighting again. This is a very dangerous scenario, and in the coming weeks it's going to be crucial until this is signed by both the parties, whether to see that whether they are going to agree on this point 6 of the peace plan, because there is a very risk of derailment of talks because of the disagreement over this point 6 closure of tunnels or the inspection of tunnels. Now, let's see both sides of the argument to understand the importance of this tunnel and why a disagreement over this tunnel can derail the peace plan. See what Israel is saying. These tunnels are the reason why Hamas are able to hide for so long. They are coming up, attacking, and going back into their tunnels. So, without knowing the tunnels, there is no peace plan. This is what Israel is saying. On the other hand, Hamas is saying that our entire advantage is based on our subterranean warfare only. And if we have these tunnels only, we will be able to come up and have our superiority. See, the problem here is both the sides realize the importance of this tunnel, and the peace plan clearly said that these tunnels should be mapped out, and there is no reply to this point. Though they have agreed to all the other points, this peace talks can break down on the very fact that they are not coming to an agreement based on this tunnel point, and this thing has to be noted, and a good mediation is required such that both of them come to an agreement and we can come to a peaceful resolution in Gaza, because the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is getting worse day by day. People are not able to get food, people are not able to get water, so it is important that both the parties come to a consensus such that the people in Gaza can resume with their normal lives. We actually started this video on a very happy note that Hamas has accepted to Trump's plan. But when we read between the lines, we have realized that there are a lot of questions which are unanswered in this. The most important question is about the tunnels, and we need to understand that the next 48 hours are very critical such that a peaceful resolution is reached regarding these tunnels, such that these peace talks continue and the problem in Gaza comes for a peaceful resolution. Do like, share and subscribe me for more interesting videos, and please let me know your opinion about this in the comments below.